Hello, Allie Duzett here today with my homegirl, Cytel Schults. I'm crazy about her. And today I wanted to have her on because she has a crazy story to tell you, but I'm involved. So I said, I want to tell everybody. I don't know. Do you want to tell your story, Cytel?
Heck yeah. I'm so excited to share this story because my mind is seriously blown.
Yes. So Cytel has dealt with psoriasis for 32 years. Is that correct?
I think at least it might be a little bit longer, but at least since I was, should I say how old I was? Then everybody would do the math and they'd know how old I am.
I'm sorry.
So I think since at least I was 9. I was probably 9 when it started. I'm 41. So for the last 32 years, at least. It's been a long time. Been a long time.
Yeah. Well, Cytel had told me about this psoriasis, and I decided to mention TRS because I am obsessed with TRS, and I'm obsessed specifically with TRS and psoriasis. And so when she said she had psoriasis, I said, oh my gosh, you have to try this stuff. And I told her, the thing with TRS and psoriasis is that when you take TRS with psoriasis, you can expect that it's going to get worse before it gets better, but then it will get better if you plow through, especially if you take higher amounts of sprays. You can't just take 1 spray. You can't just take 5 sprays. You got to start high. And I said, start with 20 sprays a day and see how it goes. You want to take the story from here? This was
Yes.
This was exactly 1 week ago. Okay, here we go.
Yes. 1 week ago today, I started TRS. And I was like, okay, I know that you had told me that it was going to get worse before it got better. And I'm like, I have a week and a half until my hair appointment to get my hair colored. And I've got to have it, like, if not fixed completely, then at least significantly reduced. And so there's like some embarrassment with having it done right, to have my hairdresser see it. But the other thing is that it kind of, especially if it's like if I have any sores, having the dye put on my scalp actually burns quite a bit, and it just creates some inflammation, and so it's really actually very uncomfortable as well. And so it's like, I really need to do something about this. And I had looked into some other products. I was like even considering going to the doctor, which for me is like, it's got to be really bad if I'm considering going to the doctor and taking a pill, or getting a shot for something, because I don't think it really addresses the issue. Anyway, so I was at this point and I looked at some other product and I was like, I have to wash my hair 3 times a week out. It's out. I wash once a week. I do not want to do anything else. So Allie told me about this, and that it was sprays, that it didn't taste bad, which is like, number 1, I can't wash my hair more than once a week. Number 2, it can't taste bad. It has to be palatable. Otherwise, I can't do it long term. I just like would not be able to do it longer term. So she told me that I would need to, that it would get worse and that I could just like take a bunch of sprays. So I started out by doing 20 sprays a day. And within 3 days, I noticed that it had gotten worse, like spread like more over my scalp, because it's only on my scalp. And it was itchier sooner. And so I was like, okay. So I finally reached out to her a couple of days later. So I started taking it on Sunday. I reached out to her. Was it Saturday
night? Yeah, it was last night.
Yeah, last
night.
I was like, tell me it gets better, and I need to know when, because it's getting worse and I have a hair appointment in 4 days. And so she recommended that I use 77 sprays, and I'm like, dude, I will drink the whole bottle right now if that is what it's gonna take to get some relief from the itching and to get some, to get it to clear up for my scalp. So I did. I did 77 sprays. And I remember going to bed thinking, I'm sure it'll work someday, but it's probably going to take several days to notice a difference. Do not, like I'm talking to myself, don't expect a change tomorrow. You can't expect a change tomorrow. Maybe by Monday or Tuesday, it'll be better. Anyway, so I woke up this morning and I was like, what? It's gone. Like this half, I hope this is okay. It's not too graphic, but
Yeah.
this section of my scalp has been really bad for a really long time, like months and months, because it'll take different patches in different places, right, on my head. But this patch especially has been super bad for several months. And so this is the first side that I checked, right? So I checked that side and I was like, how is there nothing? There's nothing there. And then I'm like checking other spots and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is what it feels like to have a clear scalp. My mind is blown. I did not realize just how much of my head has been covered with psoriasis until I was like, I can feel a difference between the sides. And then I could feel exactly where the psoriasis still is. And then I noticed that with just like a little bit of scratching, like my head right here was just like fire itchy. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Like that
fire itchy
feeling.
So I was like, I still have sprays in my bottle. So 20 sprays later, and the itchy burning was totally gone. And like, I know. And a couple hours later, I checked and I had some spots, like some psoriasis spots, like right by my scalp. And the one that was up here is totally gone. One was like right by my hairline. It was there this morning. Yep.
This morning, and now it is gone. And the difference is you took 20 sprays in between.
20 more sprays in between. And now that spot is totally gone.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is danceable. Yeah.
It's danceable. I was like, oh my gosh, I have to tell people, because 39 years, like that's a really, really long time just to have it be a part of my life, and to be like, gosh, what did I say to somebody? Was it you or one of my really close friends? I was like, this has been like super heavy for me for a really long time. And I didn't realize just how much I was going to my scalp all the time, like stress, you guys know, if you have psoriasis, and it's not something that you're like wanting to share with everybody that you have. So it's like leprosy. But now I'm like, I'll tell the world.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Thank you for sharing. So I've been an admin for this very large TRS group on Facebook for years now. And I've been admin, moderator. I've been like in this group for years. And I have been always fascinated by people with psoriasis. I don't have psoriasis, but people would take this, and on just a few sprays, they would get worse. And I would just really notice that a lot of times people would get worse before they got better. Some people would get scared away because they would take 10 sprays, and they'd say, well, I'll double it. That's 20 sprays. That's so many sprays. And it would still get worse. And I would always just think, I bet if you took like 100 sprays, it would get way better really fast. But people say, no, it got worse on 20 sprays. I can't take more. When taking more actually can just like wipe it all out in one fell swoop, right? So I'm so glad you were brave enough to give it a try.
I was like, dude, I'll do whatever it takes. I'll drink the bottle, just open the cap and just straight shot it.
Yeah. I know Cytel has a few more bottles of TRS on hand. And so I recommended that she take half the bottle like today and half the bottle tomorrow and see what happens next. Because I'm really thinking that at a high amount of TRS, the rest of this psoriasis on her scalp may just clear up and it might just clear up for good. This is a question that Cytel had earlier today. She said, what is the maintenance on this? What is the upkeep? And, I don't know with psoriasis. I don't know exactly why it is how it is. And I'm not sure anybody knows the secrets of psoriasis or like what exactly causes it or whatever. But I started on TRS for my daughter who had terrible eczema, like the kind of eczema that people in the grocery store would be like, what are you doing to your child? And they would be like horrified. They thought it was my fault. She'd be covered in scales and blood. She's scratching her face. It was disgusting. And I knew it was a liver problem because skin problems are liver problems. And I knew I couldn't give her a liver detox, like a liver cleanse, because she was only 4. And I discovered TRS and I thought, okay, this could clean out her liver, I bet. And if I bet if we clean out her liver, her skin would clear up. And by the end of 1 week on TRS at 5 sprays a day, my 4-year-old, so again, her body's very tiny. Results vary for everyone, right? But her eczema is gone and it has never come back. It has never, ever come back. And so I really think that, Cytel, for your psoriasis, it may never come back. I can't guarantee that, but it may never be back. I am so interested to see what happens next.
I'm excited. I'm really, really excited to see what happens. And it makes so much sense to me that I would need so many sprays for like several different reasons. One, it runs heavy in my family, psoriasis does. And so it makes sense like that my liver is struggling. My dad's liver struggled, his brother's liver, like he had psoriasis all over his body. So this is like intense psoriasis. And so I'm thinking like, yeah, it makes sense that your 4-year-old was able to do 5 sprays a day for a week. She hadn't lived with it for very long and her body was small, whereas my body has been fighting this for 32 years and it really was covering a lot of my scalp. So it had even more to, work out.
Yeah, for sure. So how TRS works is it's kind of shaped like a meteor or like a sponge. And it's super, super negatively charged ionically, like on a chemical level. And so that makes it almost magnetic for everything positively charged. So what's positively charged? That's heavy metals. It's radioactive particles. It's pesticides, herbicides, chlorine, fluoride, all of these yucky things that we're exposed to when we eat anything these days. You go outside, you're at the gas station breathing in gasoline fumes. All of that stuff is positively charged. It ends up in your lungs, it ends up in your body, and it causes problems because your liver is in charge of detoxing all of that stuff. If your liver's overloaded, you're going to have a skin issue. That's where our skin issues come from. That's where your cystic acne is coming from. That's where your psoriasis is coming from. Your eczema, your like weird unexplained rashes. It pretty much comes down to your liver health. And your liver health is determined by how much toxic exposure you're having in your normal life. And so, so what happens is you take a spray of TRS just in your mouth. Behold, it is that easy, and it tastes like nothing. It tastes like water, right? Verify.
Yes. It tastes like water. It really doesn't taste like anything at all.
Right. No taste, tasteless, odorless. And so you just take a spray right in your mouth and it goes through your body. And because it is so small, this is like a super nano size of clinoptilolite zeolite, your body actually treats it as water. So it doesn't really go through your digestive system like food. It goes anywhere in your body where water goes, which is everywhere. All of your cells need water. So it can detox your brain. It can go straight up and detox your scalp. And what happens is those little zeolites are going to go up. Like in Cytel's case, clearly what happened was they went on up, slurped in all the toxic poison that has been trying to get out of her body through these rashes. And it sucks it all inside of itself where it can never come out. That stuff is in there forever. The way to break a nanozeolite, like TRS, these clinoptilolites, you need volcanic pressure to break this part. So they're in there forever. And then she's going to pee this stuff out 6 hours later. That is the half-life of TRS. So about half of all of that is going to be out in 6 hours. And then by the end of the day, all of the TRS that she took is going to be gone. And every single last molecule is going to be filled up with crap from her psoriasis. And so that is so amazing. And I just love that you were willing to try taking so much at once, because I think it really obviously made the difference. Like if you'd been taking one spray a day, can you imagine? That
No.
one bottle has 140 sprays. And so, I mean, what is that? 4 months at one spray a day. It would have been getting worse, worse, worse every day for these 4 months. Or you just basically like took the whole bottle in a single week, and now things are like noticeably, fantastically better. I just love that you had that patch on your scalp this morning, today, and now it's gone. Ah, so cool. So anyway, I don't know, do you have any final thoughts on this?
My final thoughts. Try it. Try it. If you have a skin, anything, try it because it's amazing, and to stick with it. If it's getting worse, take more. And know that it's going to get better. Like I said, I went to bed and I was like, there's no way it's going to be better in the morning, but hopefully it'll be better by Wednesday. I'm just going to need to drink bottles. I don't know, but it is better. It is so much better. And it doesn't taste bad.
Well, thank you so much, Cytel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you want to order TRS, I'm going to put a link below this video. And so I hope you do check it out. The secret to getting the best price is to order on auto ship. There is no monthly commitment. So you can have it on auto ship as long as you want. If that's 5 minutes, or if it's 5 months or 5 years, that's fine. But put it on auto ship for the best price. And so excited for
Yay! Thanks for sharing this with me, Allie. Yay!
Yeah.